Sankalan. I work for a company called Kuliza. I lead the lending business for Kuliza. We have launched a new product called Lend.in. So Kuliza is a 12-year-old company. It's primarily into BFSI digital transformation projects. We have worked across the spectrum in insurance, wealth management, as well as in the lending. About 1.5 years back, we started working on this Lend.in product, which enables banks and NBFCs to offer our direct-to-customer loans, STP processes, etc.
You can tell us about your new initiative, Lend.in.
So Lend.in is a new platform that we launched for banks and NBFCs to offer digital loans or direct-to-customer loans. This enables the way we have built it. We can customize any kind of custom customer journeys, back office processes. It's a very flexible workflow, so which enables sort of a lot of different ways in which one can hit the market. The origination can happen from mobile or website or any kind of a third-party aggregation site, because the way we are seeing more and more collaboration should happen. So NBFC should be ready to open up to partners, etc. And that's where sort of a platform like ours comes useful.
Okay. So which all sectors do you cover?
So we basically lending institutions, anybody looking to offer loans, primarily NBFCs and banking customers. But nowadays there are a lot of other fintech players also who are coming in, who are sort of offering loans, instant loans to SMEs and personal loans. So those are also our sort of our customers. We are focusing primarily in India and Southeast Asia. India being the major market for us, and we also have a small office in Singapore to cater to the Southeast Asian market.
You can also tell us about what are your particular initiatives which makes you stand out of the crowd and from your competitors.
Sure. So can give you some examples as the kind of work that we have been doing. So a very recent project in Southeast Asia, there the kind of credit policies itself are not very sort of solidified. So they wanted to have proxy data sources to assess the credit ability of the person. So we integrated with their telecom provider to offer to do a credit assessment and offer loans. So we have been launching such similar, sort of innovative loan products. There's another NBFC we are working with in India where we are getting data from Zomato and Swiggy and getting their weekly sales numbers, and based on that somebody is offering loans. So these are the innovative credit models that people are working on. Apart from that, we have worked with other NBFCs where we have powered loans in less than 2.5 minutes kind of time frames. This is powered because of the kind of platform that we build, the kind of integrations that we have, and the overall robustness of the architecture itself. So that sort of enabled us to sort of give such such custom services to our customers.
So you can tell us about the customer base you have now, and what are the market and the customers you're looking at now besides NBFC.
So again, besides NBFC, any lending institution, anybody, bank or a fintech player. I think the last one was the 6th implementation that we got into. This is the 6th sort of paying customer that we got into. Primarily, almost I think 5 of them are based in India. 1 is based in the Southeast Asian market. Going forward, we are going to focus aggressively in India and Southeast Asia. And primarily looking at banks, NBFCs, and fintechs. That's sort of.
Can you throw some more light on the lending solutions exactly?
So what we have is it's a digital loan origination and processing platform. It takes care end to end from a customer acquisition, customer onboarding, document verification, authentication, then feeding all this data into our credit model and doing the credit risk policies of the bank, so that from the time a customer come in, the entire data can be validated and verified, and it's the first time right kind of an application, and so that by the end of the journey he knows in principle whether he's getting a loan or not. Unlike right now, when you submit your documents, then you wait for a few weeks to get a call, and the loan is approved. Instead of that, can the customer know there itself whether he can whether he's eligible for a loan, or what amount, or what rate of interest. That's the kind of sort of the solutions that we want to bring to the market, and that's what this Lend.in as a platform enables for banks.
Can you tell us the partners you have now, the lending institutions which are associated with you at the moment?
So unfortunately, we are covered by certain NDAs. We are not able to disclose most of our names. But yeah, we are working with one of the largest NBFCs in India. it's sort of a digital arm of a pretty big NBFC. They're based in Mumbai. We started working with a new NBFC by some ex-bankers from Citibank. They just got their license a few weeks back. We are working with another consumer credit arm of a large bank in Vietnam. So those are some of our installations that we are doing. Unfortunately, in a given NDAs, etc., I'm not at the liberty to disclose most of the names.
Any association you're looking at with the government, or you see any scope with them?
No, absolutely. I think we are part of the DLAI initiative, the Digital Lending Association of India initiative. We also one of the one of the members of the CIBIL is also on our advisory board. So we look to sort of strongly work with the government. From the government perspective, there has been a lot of push towards the digital side, the entire India Stack initiative, which is being driven by the government of India. So we do look to sort of strongly collaborate with them and understand. Even the Mumbai government, the Maharashtra government had the Mumbai FinTech Festival last week. So yeah, we're looking to collaborate with them, see them sort of laying down the ground rules in terms of what policies needs to be there, because there's still some sort of haziness in terms of what is right, what is not, what is legal, what is not. And as they also go through the discovery phase and they lay down the policies, we want to incorporate them into our platform as well, and overall work towards the ecosystem.
What are your plans for the next 5 years, and where do you see that you wanted to be operating with?
So 5 years is a pretty long time, but we want to, as of now, we want to focus primarily on the lending market in India and Southeast Asia. These are the two prime markets that we have identified. Probably sometime in the next financial year, we will try to look at other markets as well. Given some of the predecessors in this industry, they have found a good success in Middle East, in Australia, among other places. So we will evaluate those markets. We definitely want to enter some of the markets overall. And yeah, that's as far as on the lending side. We are not. Maybe we'll also enter into products in other BFSI verticals like insurance as well. But because 5 years is too long a time. I think we are more focused on the next few years because we are still in that kind of phase as a company.
You have been a part of this tech summit, NBFC Tech Summit. Would you like to add, say something? How is your experience here?
It's been wonderful. I think this is the 4th time that I'm coming to this to the NBFC Tech Summit. It's wonderful. It's great. It's a great opportunity to meet people whom we would not regularly meet. People are very difficult to meet in the especially the CTOs, the CIOs. They're very difficult to meet outside a conference kind of a setup. And such a platform actually helps us to sort of freely interact with them, understand from them, learn from them, because finally they are the sort of the guiding light for us, and finally we work with them. So that way it's always good to look forward to an event like this and participate in these.
Would you like to add something more for our viewers and also the readers?
No, I think the overall, I think as a passing last thought is that the lending itself is sort of going through a disruption in India. The rise of fintechs and digitization push coming from the government. I think a lot of changes would happen in this space. I think lending will become much easier. More and more people will come under the sort of the loan bracket as such. And yeah, we look forward to be a part of this journey. I think even the norms for opening NBFCs and HFCs are also becoming more and more simpler. So yeah, exciting times ahead, at least in the lending space, and hopefully